Well, if you want, you guys, we can go ahead and get started. I want to make the best use of our time tonight. I'm so excited to introduce Jennifer to you guys. I know she has an incredible story with her boys and her family and just what you guys have seen since you started with Q Sciences and the products. And for those of you who don't know, Jennifer is a very, very talented and event wedding coordinator. She is a single mama. She's got 3 beautiful kiddos and she's a twin mama, and they have had a very unique and beautiful journey with their autism. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Jennifer. I can't wait to hear your story and what you have experienced so far doing this.
Thanks, Ashley. I don't know if we need to mute everybody. I don't know if you can do that on your end. Okay, so that way people join on. Hi guys, I'm so glad that a lot of you jumped on tonight. If you don't know me, I know some people are jumping on that might not know me at all, but my name is Jennifer, and as Ashley said, I'm a stay-at-home mom to 3. I have twin boys, Lucas and Logan, who are 6, and they are going to be 7 soon, actually next month. And then I have a 2.5-year-old girl, Elizabeth. And she said, yes, I do. I have a passion for wedding and event planning and health and wellness. And I have had quite a journey this past couple of years, for sure. So what I'm talking about tonight is definitely our story and definitely about our autism journey. And I actually have some notes, so bear with me because it's been a multi-year journey for us. And I'm trying to hit some of the things that might be very helpful to you guys to share what we've been through. So a little history. My boys were born in 33 weeks. They were born premature. We stayed in the hospital in the NICU for 36 days. And that was a roller coaster. We struggled from that point out with immune health issues. We picked up everything. We were in the doctor's office like every month with something. I remember that at age 2, specifically, I was curious about my boys' development and their social interactions. And they were talking, but it was less than like 20 words. And that was only one of my boys. That was only Logan. Lucas maybe could say, Mama, Daddy, but it wasn't often. It wasn't much. And then they were behind developmentally, hitting some milestones and stuff like that. But when I asked, the doctor said, it's okay, they're boys, it's fine. It's okay, they're twins. It's okay, they're preemies. It's normal for them to be behind right now. So they weren't really worried, but I kind of was. At age 3, that's when I started pushing for like more testing. And I don't know if any of you are familiar with the testing process, but for us in Tennessee, and especially here, it's a wait list. And for me, it took 18 months for us to get into Vanderbilt to get our testing done. So during that time, I started researching and looking for some answers. I have a good friend, I think she's on here tonight. Hi, Erica. I have a good friend who's also going through a similar journey with me with her boy. And so we started kind of helping each other kind of go down this rabbit hole of what we could do to help our boys. And the first thing we both started talking about was let's change our diet, because almost everything that you read with in autism websites or resources is to change your diet, go gluten-free, go casein-free, pretty much take out everything good that you like. It seems like that is exactly what they asked us to do. So we started to do that. I started noticing some difference, but that was going to take some time. To change your diet like that takes time. But I also just in this time discovered that my boys really fit like a sensory processing disorder checklist. They loved bear hugs. They loved to run, to jump, roughhouse. They loved water. They loved anything sensory. They were runners. They had no fear. So I don't know if anybody else has any sensory seeking children or understands that, but sometimes that's like, it's great that I'm glad they like that because they have so much fun outside, but then that also causes a lot of risk. There's a lot of things that I have to watch out for. And there's a lot of things with that because they don't understand fear or safety. So they were hard to handle. Because of that, I couldn't do certain outings. I was alone a lot of the time, even before, and I just was by myself. So I couldn't handle certain outings. We also, through this research, I really realized the importance of gut health and how that could help with our immune system. So we started like some probiotics at that time. and noticed that really helps their GI issues, because a lot of kids who have on the spectrum have issues with GI issues, whether it's constipated or not, or going too much. My kids were the too much. But that was a problem. And that was something that we were looking for a solution for. So in 2019 in March, so almost 18 months later, we finally got into Vandy and we actually got our diagnosis. Both of the boys were diagnosed with ASD, developmental delays, speech delays, impairment, and speech delays and / impairments. And they said they see huge red flags for ADHD. However, there are 4, so they are too early to actually diagnose at this time. So at that point, I felt like, okay, I have an answer. It's autism. It's the developmental delays, all these things. But what does that really mean? Like, I was handed this folder and like, good luck. This is what your children are dealing with. This is what they will deal with the rest of their life. Start all the things. Start therapies, start OT, PT, speech, ABA, look into diet change, look into whatever. I mean, it was just basically like this wide open field. And it was like, have a good day. And that's the last time that I really saw that developmental pediatrician and that and at the Vanderbilt, who actually did diagnose them. So at that point, I was overwhelmed, right? I dealt with a lot of already anxiety pulling up to the point because I already felt like I couldn't do anything with my boys. And then I got these diagnoses. So it feels like definitely like what grief, like it is like such a huge, you're like grateful to have an answer, but then you're not, because it also has changed your future outlook, what you think life is going to be like. So after a lot of crying and leaning on some friends going through this, too, at the same time, we started looking to what other things we could do for our boys. We did do gluten-free diet, like I said, that helped reduce inflammation in their body. We also started looking at schools and therapies, but let me just be real. When I have 2 kids that have to have 4 therapies a week, we couldn't afford it. Like, that was insane. And insurance didn't cover it. So they got therapies inconsistently until they got into like a developmental preschool. So that's kind of where they end up getting a little bit more of the consistency with therapies. So it's once they aged out of like TEIS in Tennessee, where they have early services for kids like that, then they were like, what can we do? We have 2 that need all these therapies and it's so expensive. So fast forward 4 more months to July 2019. I was talking to a dear friend and we were discussing the benefits of hempel. I had a good friend on here that kind of said, hey, you need to listen to this story of a friend of mine who has a child with some behavior issues. I really think it might help you. So our health was already better, but we were still struggling. I was struggling majorly. I was going through a separation that led to a divorce. My anxiety and depression were through the roof. Becoming a single parent and all the things with that. My boys weren't sleeping. They were struggling in their speech. They were struggling with their own issues and anxiety, and they were having meltdowns like crazy. And I just needed some relief. So when my good friend Charles shared about the hempel, I was like, okay, I think I'm going to try it. I need something to help me. So the short story too, in a scientific way, it also helps, hempel helps reduce inflammation in your body, which includes in your brain. So for me, looking at it as an autistic mother of 2 kids, or a mother with autistic children, that's what I've been trying to do the entire time, to reduce the inflammation in their body. So here we go. I see a friend start first. She sees some massive improvements in her son and she has some speech improvements. So I'm like, okay, I'm jumping on. That is when I was introduced to Quintessential Biosciences, or Q Sciences for short. Their company is backed by science and their mission is to help families make a difference in lives and be the best by having validated and verified products that are based on the latest scientific research. Okay, that's huge for me because I am a research Nazi a little bit. I like to know all the things going on. I want to know, and especially when you're talking about your children and you're talking about like, what am I fixing to give my boys? Because I'm not going to lie, there was people that I went to church with or saw me, and when I started thinking about it, they're like, yeah, go ahead and give your child marijuana. It's fine. No, I'm not giving my child marijuana, that it's not what it is. But that's this common, like what people think. And I mean, and me too, I had to learn like, what am I talking about? What is it? But I did know with the scientific research behind it, it was the best. It wasn't a gas station hemp oil. It wasn't something that did not have the best quality. So that's what I was looking at. So after 2 weeks on the oil, I saw a massive change in my boys. They were calmer. They had more control. They were not overstimulated. I remember going, they have an issue kind of like, we have a hard time regulating. So like we would go swimming in the summer or playing anywhere in the summer, and we have a 45-minute window. And when that window is up, because they use so much energy, they are tired, they are hungry, they are thirsty. They don't understand which one they are first. And it's just a massive meltdown. Okay. Not to mention a transition. They don't like transitions. They don't want to leave. So, excuse me. So when we had that, I was just like, okay, let's see what happens. We're going swimming. Can I tell you, I about cried because I got in the car. We swam for more than 45 minutes. And even though I was prepared with all the things to give them when they got out of the pool, they were calm. They were okay. I was about to cry because I was like, I'm not having to deal with the meltdown right now. Like, this is amazing. After that, Lucas was talking more. Now, I told you I have 2 boys. Logan was the one saying words more at 2 and 3. Lucas, not really. So at 5 years old, he was finally starting to repeat words like a toddler would. And I was just like, I remember him telling me, love you for the first time at 5 years old. Okay. My daughter is 2 and can tell me that. Okay. And I, of course, lost it at this point with that. But for me, it started helping make me feel calmer. It helped with some of my anxiety feelings. It has helped me be able to handle things better. After a month, I noticed even bigger changes in the boys. Other friends and family noticed changes. They said, wow, like whatever you're doing for the boys, keep it up. They seem calmer. They seem a little bit more focused. I was able to walk into a church service, which they used to it used to be me dragging them in because they were nervous. And then they would hide underneath like the pews and stuff. They were able to walk in, sit down on a pew and like, listen. Now they still had some issues, but it was so much more focused than it had ever been before. And Logan was talking after a month like crazy. He was saying a lot of things. It was kind of getting to that 2-year-old, 3-year-old questioning point where they're asking like all the questions, why, like all the things like that. That's what was happening. And then by the end of September, which was about a full month in, Lucas started actually singing some phrases. He was singing "The wheels on the bus go round and round." And that was such a long phrase for him to actually say, which I had been pretty much told, your son is probably going to be nonverbal because he hasn't really said much, especially when that's what they told me when we had the diagnosis at like 4. So after using the fuse and seeing such amazing results from the hemp oil, I looked into a product that they had, and it's called QMax. It is a micronutrient that piqued my interest because it has 33 clinical trials of mental health studies done on it. For me, what was interesting, anxiety, depression, ADHD, autism, and there's more. And there are all these studies that they had done that people had positive results from taking this micronutrient. So I started on the kids. They grew further. Their development grew. They had better behaviors. They were easier to handle, and they were just calmer and less anxious. And that was so big for me. I honestly did not start trying that micronutrient consistently until actually this past December, when I got COVID. Now, I was religiously taking some supplements back and forth, but that's when I actually started taking it full time because I was trying to up all my supplement take and get over COVID and all the things. Because if you don't remember, single mom, all 3 of them got it before I did. So I was having to manage, right? So I started taking it religiously. And do you know what happened when I did? I was sick on Christmas Day with COVID, but I was happy. I had a fever, but I was happy. And it was the weirdest thing. I had no brain fog. I felt better mentally than I had in months from everything that I had gone through with my divorce and just all the changes. And I felt so much better. Well, then my boys also still struggled with their sleep, right? There's so many kids on the spectrum that struggle with sleep. So I would have to go in with them every night and lay down for possibly an hour and use my body weight to kind of hold them, to comfort them. We tried sensory sheets. We tried a weighted blanket. Those things helped, but that still didn't like work or get the job done. I still had to devote almost an hour of my night to each one of them to lay with them and get them to sleep. And as a single mom, that takes a lot. That takes a lot out of you to have 3 kids, and then you're having to do that like almost with each one of them. And then our bedtimes were all over the place. Well, Q had this sleep spray, which I now call my magic spray, which actually it does have some melatonin and some other herbs, but it also has 5-THP, which helped them because that's the first ingredient that helped them brain shut off, so they could actually fall asleep faster and deeper. And so now it's like 20 minutes and they're in bed, and we have a great sleep routine now. This is the first time they've ever slept in the night for 8 or 9 hours. That's about their sleep cycle. And that is amazing for me. So much so. They feel better. I feel better. We all feel better on sleep. I think everybody can agree to that. So those are the things that like I started to see like a huge difference. And when I look back, I look at all the things like I was struggling with the boys: anxiety, speech delays, GI issues, sleeping issues, meltdowns, behavior issues. And now I have helpful tools for all those problems. They're still there. We still have issues, but now I've seen a major shift in how they handle these, how I handle these issues, and how much more things are better. So before my boys go to school, I give them their hemp oil. It helps them get on the bus. It helps them walk calmly. When every day we do our kids core, which is our actually has the Qmax in it, and we mix it in our yogurt, and their immunity is great because it also has a probiotic in it. We've only been to the doctor for one ear infection that came from my boys liking to be in bath water too much, and healthy well visits, and that's it. And then they love their sleep spray. They want it every night. They know it's time for it. It tastes great. And I know it's great because that means in 20 minutes, it's bedtime. I can make them all go to bed at 8 o'clock. Yes, I can make them all go to bed at 8 o'clock, and it's great. People dancing, yes. So, and then it gives me some time to myself. So, I also wanted to share. I wanted to have my friend Tiffany. She's on here tonight, Tiffany Odom, and I wanted to hear from. Would you hear from her and to let her like? Ugh. She is a mama of 3, a nurse practitioner. I would love for you to hear her son. So, if Tiffany, if you'll unmute and tell us a little bit of your experience.
Hello, guys. My name is Tiffany Odom, which she just told you. So I'm a nurse to her kids, which is, oh my gosh, those boys are the sweetest. Little girl is too. Liz is, oh, she's so sweet. But the boys, oh my gosh, and I can attest to that. Like they were very chill to be coming in like a new place, and all the new things. There's so much to look at in our office, and they just did amazing. But with Brody, so my son is Brody. He is 6 years old. I love my son, but I was at my wit's end. Okay. At my wit's end, he had been on Vyvanse, he had been on guanfacine, he had been on clonidine. Like we had tried all the medications. We had done melatonin every single night. And it gets to the point to where you're like, oh my goodness, my child is on all of these medications and nothing's changing. Nothing's working. What are we doing? Why are we doing all these medications? And then the melatonin, you can only go up so high on the milligrams before you're like, okay, he's not going to wake up tomorrow. Like we've got to stop this. So actually a mutual friend between me and Jennifer was Kara. So she had told me about it. And so Jennifer reached out to me, and I was like, you know what? At my wit's end, I'm willing to try anything at this point. You never know. I had never heard of it before, but I was excited to try something new. So we got the hemp oil and we got the kids core. It took me a minute to figure out what to mix it in because Brody is like very, very picky about what he eats, drinks, So we figured out applesauce. We've mixed it in applesauce every single day since, and he was totally fine with it. And I think like at that age too, once they figure out, when they know they're feeling better, they're like totally down to do whatever, at that point too. So some of the things Brody was doing, his behavior was off the chain. And when it starts, they like get in school and it's in front of other people. It's like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I can't be there. I don't know what to do to help the teacher. She's messaging me every day about his behaviors. Y'all, I'm telling you, like, I think it was, what was it, Jennifer, like 3 or 4 days after being on the kids' court and the hemp oil. I'm pretty sure it was like 3 or 4 days. Huge difference. Huge difference. We took him off of all of his medications, and all he is using is the hemp oil and kids' court. I mean, this child was getting up like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, walking to the bedroom. Can I have a snack? Can I have a drink? And it's just like, what are you doing? Like, he was not getting any rest, which was making his behavior even worse. I mean, I'm cranky if I'm not getting rest. So, the children are going to be as well. So now he's off all of his medications. His teacher even messaged me at school and was like, his behavior's so much better. Now he will actually sit down, focus on his work, focus on homework, as to where, we'd be sitting here and I'm like, do this question. We're like, number 1. And he's like, why'd you paint the wall gray in here? Like, I mean, just the most, all over the place. But now he's like, he will sit down and do his work. And it's mind blowing to me. And he will stop and like think before he's reacting and stuff now, as to where before, they don't like change, of course. Before we'd be like, okay, we got to get up and go. I have 2 other kids, so you know how that is. They have needs too, so we're running all the time. And he would go off. Like, he was throwing kitchen chairs across the living room. Like, they're strong as well, super strong. They're like superheroes. So that's how bad it was. Like, picking up heavy stuff, throwing it across the rooms. Now I'll be like, this is what we got to do. Sissy needs to go somewhere. Here we go. And he'll stop for a minute and look at me, but it's like he can process it better. And he's like, okay, he's way more calm and chilled out. And honestly, it blew my mind. And I want to share that with everybody now, really. Like, I have a friend that her son's autistic, same age as Brody now. And I'm like, you've got to try it. You've got to try it, because he's on all the medications that Brody was on. And it really amazes me that Brody is not on any of those medications now. And he's a different kid. He's happier. And, when our babies are happier, like, it makes me happier. Oh, it's awesome. And all thanks to Jennifer, because I would have never tried it if it wasn't for that. So, yeah, that's pretty much
it. Thank you, Tiffany. I know. Cheers. I'm so glad Brody is doing so well. And I think it was 3 days. I think you messaged me and you were like, oh my goodness, this is a different child. I don't know who this is, but this is amazing.
Yeah. It was very, very quick.
Yes, that's awesome. So thank you for sharing, Tiffany. I appreciate that. So I love that. That is one of my biggest passions, is to help other mamas. Like I said, these are great tools for Tiffany. It's helped Brody so much with my boys. It has changed a lot for them. We still have some issues, but it's great tools to have in our toolkit. It has helped so many things with us. And I can't forget to mention that because of this, I was introduced to Q-Sciences and the business side. And I am a business major. That is where that was my major. I was a marketing major. And when I started these products, and you definitely know I loved them because they have touched my heart and touched so many others and helps my boys. But because of that, now I can have this side hustle and this side business with Q, and they have an amazing business. And also, just being as a single mom with 3 kids and 2 with special needs, it's demanding. My schedule is demanding. I need to be with the boys. I need to help them with their routine. And so with that, that is where this business has been really, really helpful and good to me. So at this time, I want to switch it back over to Ashley and let her talk to you a little bit about that and the benefits. She is a stay-at-home mama, a Navy wife, and a 6-figure owner here at Q. And Ashley, you can take it back.
I don't know how I'm going to follow that. I love you so much. And I love hearing these stories. And, if Jennifer, you had kept all of this to yourself, then Tiffany, you would not have known. And we hear stories about this over and over and over again like this. So it's truly something that we feel passionate enough to share with other people. And, like Jennifer said, I'm a Navy wife. I'm a mom too. I've been able to build with the systems and support here a very healthy business. A little bit about my story. Some of you guys know it, some of you don't, but my husband and I have been married for 13 years, almost 14 in June. And we move around a lot. We just made a huge move to Hawaii recently. And this company and what this company has to offer, the products, the mental health aspect of that has made these transitions so much easier. And I had found this company when I was visiting some friends overseas. I was kind of like taking a break from my life, honestly, when I made that trip. Erica is on this call tonight. She like texted me and she was like, hey, you need to go check Facebook. She basically told me about a mutual friend named Francesca Fields. She had posted a live video on Facebook about it. And I was curious enough, and I was at a point in my other business that I had been doing where I needed a change. And I was curious enough to message her and ask her what it was all about. And what I discovered through that conversation with her blew me away. It truly blew me away with not only what they were offering, but the science-backed products that I recognized immediately because of my great education in gut health from my previous company, which I will forever be grateful for. But these products work, and everyone that takes them loves them. And one thing I will say, though, is that the comp plan is what really, really got me. I couldn't unsee it. And I was looking for a ground floor opportunity. But at the time when I was talking to her, I didn't even necessarily knew that I was ready to walk away from what I was doing. But as soon as I saw it, I started losing sleep because I was like, I have to take this chance. I have to. I was looking for something that was going to provide stability and have simple systems to follow where anybody could come to us and we can teach you using those systems, where everyone is winning, not just me, not just the people at the top. And we've been able to help thousands of people do that very thing with simple systems. So even though me and my family have been in a huge transition, like it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter what time zone we're in. I can't even tell you how many time zones are on this Zoom. I've triple booked myself a lot and my business is still running correctly. So if that can happen, like all the praise hands, thank you, Jesus, because it's been difficult, but it doesn't matter what country you're in. We're global. We are open in 18 plus countries. We're international. I have multiple countries that are on my team. I say it in that way because we have people in the UK, we have people in Spain, we have people in Australia and New Zealand, we have people in Canada. I'm working with the International Market Coordinator through our corporate office to have discussions about the Caribbean. I mean, there's just lots of amazing things happening because of what we've been able to build here. And we're building healthy businesses that are supported not only by our incredible culture, but the leaderships and the systems. And so being able to raise my 4-year-old at home while at the same time building this massive business that was something I dreamt about for the past 6 years here with this company, while also supporting others do that very same thing. I mean, we have over 5 6-figure earners here just in my organization alone. In less than 20 months is a huge blessing. So I'm going to keep a lot of this short. We could talk for days on all of the things that I love about this company. I mean, even the mental health aspect of what this has offered for me personally is a game changer. But I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to get involved if you're looking for an extra stream of income. So speaking of the business side, the way that you get started as an ambassador. So if you're not wanting to earn income or start a business, like we can talk to you about products and what would be the best fit for you and your family. I love the fact that preferred customers that you might join under whoever invited you to this call get the best pricing, the same as ambassadors. So the only reason that you would want to become an ambassador here is if you want to partner with us in business. Isn't that awesome that you don't have to feel any pressure? That's a huge game changer for me. And when I looked at this, so if you aren't wanting to earn income, message the person who invited you. We'll get you the right products for you, ranging from inflammation, pain, sleep, gut health, energy, anxiety. We have a ton of multiple verticals that you can choose from in terms of the health aspect. Even fitness, QFit is our fitness program. We have an app for that. We can go more into that later, but we'll help you find the right fit and you get the cheapest pricing option. If you are interested in making income, this is the time to lean in because it's only $40 for the entire year to join us and open your doors for business. You get a Q Business Suite with ambassador support. It's an e-commerce global website that goes live the minute that you join us. We also have app options. So I get to run my business from my app, which is incredible. And it makes sharing with your friends and family really simple with different options, different app options that make sense for your budget. So if you can copy and paste a message, like you can send somebody the right information for them to choose if the products or the business would be the good fit for them. Like they get the information really quickly. And we also know how to retain our customers. We have a Q Rewards program where they get to earn points that go towards free product for hemp and vitamins that they would already be purchasing monthly anyway. I mean, ask yourself how many of you are already on a vitamin regimen, like you're already purchasing it, right? It would be great for you to be able to earn rewards and then get some of that for free. And so with all of that, they get a customer support team, order management, a brand new Smart Ship free shipping program. It's kind of like Amazon Prime's free shipping. So they aren't locked into anything, but if they do turn their auto ship on that they can choose, they'll be able to have a program that allows them to get that for free, to ship to them for free, which is awesome. And so this means they have full control, and that makes for very happy customers. So to become a preferred customer, it's just $10 a year. And if they want the Smart Ship program, they get a flat fee of $50 for the year. And that ensures that every single auto ship ships for free. And so you get all those benefits for the exact same pricing as ambassadors. And as an ambassador, then you just purchase whatever products that you want to get for yourself. And if you are a very business-minded person, which you get taught all of those things here with the mentorship here, but you can put that money back into your business for sampling, for example, and we help you earn income now. So we earn income in 4 different ways. It's very simple. With customer commissions, we get 15 to 35% back on all sales. People just order their products through your site, and then you earn commissions on those orders. But my favorite part of this compensation plan, it's part of it that made me not be able to sleep, like it really caught my attention, is you progress as you find business partners and help them win too. And you can find other people who want to earn money with you, and you build a team of people who are also doing what you are doing, and you get to earn money on what they do. And that's our monthly team commission. That's where the meat is in the comp plan and what I love the most. And then just like in any traditional job or franchise model, when you promote, you earn bonuses. We get one-time rank up bonuses. The first 3 bonuses you get can happen very quickly. And then the others come a little bit later, but they get really big. And so one thing I do want to highlight here is how simple and quickly you can actually make a couple $100s here. And when I say a couple hundred, I mean more like 1,000 with our bonuses. We make it our goal for everyone to hit the first 3 ranks in our compensation plan in your first full month. Everything is designed to help you do that. So all you'd have to do until I think you would have until the end of May to do that, which is a long time to hit those first 3 ranks, is around 15 orders running through your website. And so when you hit builder, which is 3 orders, you get a $100 bonus. You get $100 for the next one, which is pro. That's around 6 orders. You earn $300 to go our 3rd rank in the compensation plan, which is executive. And that, like I said, is only 15 orders running through your website. And then you basically get a guaranteed paycheck right there at $250 on top of those bonuses. Guys, $250 a month is big. That could pay for groceries. That could pay for medications that you pick up at the pharmacy. That could be a car payment. That's huge. One thing that really blew me away, but it was partly something I really understood is back in 2008 and 2009, my family in particular during that time was really struggling financially. But that's when the market dropped out. And in many cases in the economy, people only needed an average of $500 to keep them from losing their homes. Just think about that. Hard choices had to be made during that time. And this kind of income, I think, could really, really help not only you, but the people around you who might be struggling and looking for solutions to, number one, their mental health issues, their overall body balance, but also their financial issues. And so we make it our personal goal to partner with you to help you run to those promotions. And anyone who's willing to follow our very simple system. So all you need is 15 orders going through your site, and you'll get that $300 bonus and a $250 regular paycheck coming at you. That's awesome. And they're very simple and effective systems that we are able to teach you. Part of what makes this so unique is that we are very heavy on team and corporate support to equip and empower you as a business owner. And I want you to know that nobody you partner with takes that lightly. We take it very seriously, and we're really grateful that you trust us with your business, because we're really confident in what we can do with you here. So I would love to bring on my friend Amber so you can hear her experience with this side of Q Sciences. She is an Army veteran. She's also a wife of a veteran. She's a mom of 2 kids. She's currently a college student. Like, it's amazing what she does with her time. And she has been able to promote multiple times just in the last, what is it, Amber? Like
2 months.
60 days. Yeah. Incredible. Like, who do you hear of people doing that in the corporate world that's able to promote that many times in a year? It's not common at all. So take it away, girl. I can't wait to hear your story.
Like Ashley said, my name is Amber. Before I started my journey with Q, I was in a really bad place. I was very depressed. I had a lot of anxiety. I had isolated myself from pretty much everybody, my family, my friends, my kids. And when I was introduced to the products here at Q Science, that was like the very first thing that caught my attention. And I was desperate to find anything to help me because I just was not in a place where I wanted to be. So I decided right then and there, I was like, yes, I'm going to try these products. And when I was introduced to the compensation plan, I was like, whoa, this is amazing. So I was like, let's do it. 2 months in, I started to notice that my mental clarity has improved. The pain has decreased in my body. The inflammation has decreased. So just the products alone have been amazing. Now, as far as the business is concerned, I have found a community of people that have empowered me and have really pushed me to be the best version of myself ever. And it's been amazing. We have simple systems that anybody can learn, and it just makes it so easy.
Girl, that's awesome. I love seeing you win. I love seeing people come into this and us being able to follow through on what we're saying that you can do. One thing I didn't mention, and I'm kind of going off the cuff here, but I feel like I can tell you guys because y'all are awesome. We have something really special. It's called the placement suite. And when you partner with us, you have the ability to bring a person in who joins you, put them into your placement suite, and then place them down within your organization. That helps them reach their goals faster because every single order counts here to infinity. Every order that goes into through your e-commerce website or the websites of your organization counts towards going towards your paycheck. And that's a big deal because you want to be paid for your time. And it's awesome to be able to literally partner with the newest person in your organization and help them win. It's a big deal. So I know that that has made a big impact, not only on me, but many of the people who have joined our team. And it's unique. It's unique. And then the last, one thing I want to mention is we have had explosive international growth here. It's evidence of a hyper momentum growth phase in the S curve. If you don't know what that means, it means we are ground floor. You can Google it. We are setting records month after month after month for the explosive growth that's happening within this company. It's not a fluke, it's the hard data. In the past 60 days, Europe, for example, in February grew 46%. The US market here in the States grew almost 55%. There's not very many companies out there that are seeing this kind of growth and success. And it's not just because a lot of people decided to join that 1 month. It's over 700% growth since we launched our compensation plan in January of 2018. It's incredible. And basically you're getting your own turnkey franchise here for less than $200 a month to start out with the best ground floor timing in the business. The last way to earn income is something truly unique here. It's called our Financial Freedom Movement program. So this way really sets us apart. It's very special. It all goes back to our president, Mr. Jake Spencer, being in the industry. He grew a multi-million dollar business before the age of 30 in this industry. So he knows what it's like to build in this industry. He saw all, he heard all, and he's really wise. He's seen a lot of people come into money throughout his time in this industry. He's seen a lot of people blow a lot of money and not be wise with it. He's seen people do car programs and then lose those cars because it's a debt, it's not an asset. And he said, okay, we aren't doing that. We're going to help people be financially free, not flashy, not buying a bunch of stuff to look better. And it's cool, I guess, to have a lot of that flashy stuff that you might see people promoting on Instagram and Facebook or whatever. But what is sexier than to have 6 figures in savings, like in the bank? They want to leave everyone better than when they found us and be financially free. And I really resonated with that mentality. I wanted it. And so when you join with us, you don't have to have a team, a customer, an ambassador. You don't have to have done anything yet. You have access to free financial coaching. Our first lady of the company, as I like to call her, it's Mr. Jake Spencer's wife, Sarah. She's one of our coaches. She's brilliant. She even gives exclusive training to our teams if we ask for it, including international markets, on the basics of these concepts so that you know what to do with all of this income. So you're a smart business owner. And they help you eliminate debt, plan for retirement, learn investment strategy, so that we're not just looking small picture, we're looking big picture for legacy income and retirement for the future. They helped my family save. They gave us tips that helped us save a ton of money. Instead of having to pay thousands and thousands in taxes with their recommendations, we actually got a refund. They've helped us completely pay off 2 credit cards now since we started using the Financial Freedom Movement bonus that you earn. And you just email company after you join and ask to talk to your financial coach and set that up. It's awesome. And so on top of the wisdom and the mentorship that you get here, when you reach the 4th rank in at Elite, you get a monthly bonus paid every single month to the debt or the retirement plan of your choice to help start that process to become financially free. It starts at $100. That's awesome. That's not like change money. That's big money. And it can be a car payment, student loan, mortgage, credit card, whatever. And that position, the 4th rank in, brings in $750 a month, a $1,500 bonus, and then $100 a month to the debt or the asset of your choice. It shows the heart of this company. So when I saw that, I knew in my heart I was in. As I said before, I was ready to make a change. I was ready to see other people win. I knew it was going to be huge. I knew that, one of my favorite things about this when I saw it is that you don't make averages. A lot of comp plans are based on averages, meaning you don't know what your income is going to be. Here, you know what you're going to make, and you can easily make a business plan to increase your income because it's stable, it's reliable, and it's predictable. It's simple. It's a 1-page comp plan. Like, I'm sure you guys relate to this. I've seen 17-page comp plans that make your eyes cross because even the people trying to explain them can't tell you what they are or how to increase your pay from that. And that's okay, but I wanted something simple. My mentor, Francesca, she just promoted to the Black Diamond position here And that's $120,000 a month. It's kind of mind blowing. And what we personally here in my organization have done is, like, I love the products. I love how they make me and my family feel. And we've seen some great success. Like I said before, with the help of my support team and my mentors, we've been able to not only replace the income that I left, but in 14 months, we progressed 7 ranks as a gold team, which when maintained is a 6-figure income. That's life-changing. But what is most important to me is that I have hundreds of people on our team that have not only achieved great health, like what we discussed here tonight, but they're paying off debt and they're saving for the future and they're making healthy paychecks too. And it's one of the easiest and simplest comp plans that I've seen to date. And it's just that good. So you can tell I'm really passionate about it. I'm going to wrap it up. One thing I do want to leave here with you tonight is that we're just getting started. We still have only less than 70,000 ambassadors worldwide, which is basically nothing, completely unsaturated, ground floor. We're just getting started. So I look forward to partnering with you if you feel like that's something that you want to do. I'm going to open it up for questions now. So feel free to unmute yourselves. You can put your questions in the chat box if that's more comfortable for you. If we don't get to you, reach out to the person who invited you, reach out to Jennifer. And we have these op calls regularly. So if you know somebody and you thought of someone on the Zoom tonight that you really, is on your heart, you can reach out to us and we'll tell you when the next op call is going to be. So thank you guys so much. Feel free to unmute.